So what's new? The snow has surpassed the clothesline now. We don't need to talk about that. I wonder how many pages I have now in the book. Let's open up the file. Opening the file. It's taking a while. Eyesight. 103 pages! So I was noticing some interesting coincidences between the names of my main characters. Like some things I did on purpose. Like my main character, Lila, her name is Lila Willow Oakley. And every name of her name like is basically a tree. Like Lila is lilac tree. Willow, you know, willow tree. Oakley, something like field of the oak trees or something. So her nickname is Little Forest because her name is like 3 trees. So she's like a little forest. And then her best friend, Priya Mystery, that's an Indian name. Her middle name is Owl. But if you take Lila's initials, it's LWO, but if you reverse that, it's Owl. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then, so like, Lila and Priya are basically based off us. And neither one of them is like just you or just me because like, basically Lila looks like you. She has the blonde hair and the blue eyes. And her birthday is June 1st. But she's like North American and her great aunt is from England, like mine. My like 4 of my great aunts were from England. So only like certain facts that belong specifically to me or specifically to you can really like define when I'm basing her off me or you. But otherwise, I mean, like, you know, since we're identical, it's, you know, it's really hard to tell like who is who. Priya and Lila, you know, like they were born within a week of each other. They're very identical, like even though they don't look exactly alike, you know, because Priya being like of Indian descent and then Lila being of English descent, they don't look exactly alike, but the thing is they do in some other ways, and then they have everything in common. They're like basically the same person. Basically the story is kind of inspired by like how we have so much in common, and the joke is same in the book that they're like pretty much the same person. But then something comes to interrupt the balance. When they start high school, on the second day, this new kid comes to town, this guy named Chase Fox. He doesn't have a middle name because, you know, like sometimes people just have no middle names and you're like, why don't you have a middle name? And they're like, I don't know, I just don't have a middle name. And then you're like, well, like why? And they're like, I don't know, I can't give you a reason. But yeah, so like, you know, I got foxes and owls and trees and all that shit going on with their names. Yeah, Chase comes along and he's this new mysterious guy, and for the first month he doesn't really become friends with anyone, but then slowly he becomes friends with Lila and Priya. But Lila has a hard time with it because he just seems to be getting in the middle of them and nothing's the same anymore because, you know, like before it was just Lila and Priya doing all their things together, and now it's this dude from Manhattan is just there and he's ruining everything according to Lila. But I mean, whether he really does or not is the question and a reason to read the book. But anyway, my dad printed me out something about the Robinson family, and I've been going on and on and on and on. Like my great-grandmother, she lived in Nottingham, and she did, but apparently she wasn't born there. She was born in Derbyshire. I'm assuming that's close because my dad had a great aunt that used to send him a magazine every month from Derbyshire, so I've clearly got family in Derbyshire. That's probably not even how you say that. So let's go look at the snow. If you have sensitive eyes, I warn you now that this could be very upsetting. But there you have it. It's pretty much buried the clothesline at some points. You can't even see, like, okay, it's like clothesline, clothesline, clothesline. Ah, it's gone under the snow. And it's, oh my god. And I can't even. we're gonna get more snowstorms. Like the baby barn, look at the freaking baby barn. It's like covered on the top and then like it's 3/4 of the way covered in snow. Like, oh my, I need help. Someone come and rescue me because I think I'm about to be buried alive in snow. And it's not really how I plan on going. So Sam, if you could, you know, get on your firebolt maybe and come rescue me or something, or someone send me some blue powder or, you know, anything, I'll take it.